I'd like to know how long it's like they're stressed to be unstressed. How
Definitely. Half an hour of a guided meditation will
right
take
away
you.
it starts,
yes,
start
you
feeling
feel
the
it
difference?
right away. Definitely.
So,
and you,
so in our world of instant gratification,
Yes.
even though this is kind of a more extended field, it happens quickly.
very quickly. It's just a matter of giving yourself permission to say, okay, I'm gonna close my eyes, I feel safe, I feel secure, and I don't have anything else to lose but time. So it changes the perspective of how you think of things. Guided meditation is very beneficial if you have a city guided meditation, because the soothing voice of this particular yogi person or yogini, being a female instructor of yoga, will guide you into a super conscious mind. We have this stress because we're conscious of our actions and we're always rushed, and we're in a society of consumption, fast, and I need it now.
And fast, I need to take a break now.
Okay.
But we'll do the break very meditatively. We're not rushing into this break, but we want you to watch the next message. Take your time, but do come back for the final segment of tonight's We the People.
Oh, hey, mister, studied algebra in school and got a better job than I could. You took the last couple.
Oh, no, mister. Stuck in an entry-level job because you only learned basic math. I don't have a boss riding my butt like you do, so you take it so you can get back to your desk.
You know, I probably should, but maybe Miss AP Calculus with the $200 haircut in the big office upstairs would like a cup.
Oh, no, Mr. What was your name again? Never mind, it doesn't matter. I'm too busy doing important things to care. I just came down for some sweet and start.
You know, if my limited math abilities weren't keeping me from getting a better job, I'd quit this afternoon.
I don't blame you. But thank goodness you're stuck here because we really need someone to make the coffee.
I can listen.
I can cook.
Good. I can coach.
Kids with something to do are less likely to do drugs.
I can drive.
I can paint.
I can dance.
A little of your time can make a lifetime of difference.
I can read.
I can help.
You can help. Call toll-free 1-877-KIDS-313 to find out about community drug prevention programs.
I can keep a kid off drugs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Rena Lichtinger is standing on her head. How does it feel there, Rena?
Great.
Does it really feel good?
Oh yeah.
What's the sensation?
Of floating, very light.
Oh, it's hard to talk here. I'm making her talk. Why don't you come back down and join us? It's nice to see you. That's
Okay.
wonderful. How long can you hold that posture?
A few minutes.
A few minutes?
Yeah.
That's really great.
Feels
Morris, come back
wonderful.
here now tell me what, you've heard what Rena has said, you know what you've said. Fill in some more about what you think people might typically ask that we haven't already discussed in this whole scheme of yoga.
Well, many people ask me if it is a cult or a religion, and it's not.
Not a cult and it's not a
I said
religion.
before, and I repeat, it's a science.
It's a science. So yoga is a science, and then it's applied to different aspects of well-being.
Definitely.
And it's not an area where you're competing with anybody. It takes 20 or 30 years to be very accomplished.
20 or 30 years?
So you're really working with yourself.
Oh boy. I can just hear people say, I'm going to go to the gym then. I'm going to pump iron. I want to see, I don't have 20 or 30 years. That's the whole thing though.
See,
if you're not ready for that.
But see, what's the beauty? The beauty is that it is not a competition sport for change. Everything is competition in our lives. It's just taking it at whatever level you feel comfortable. And it's so gratifying that whatever you do, you know, an hour and a half of yoga, it's very, very wonderful. And you get fit, you get relaxed, you lengthen your muscles, so anybody can do that. Other exercises will tighten your muscles and then you're sore. And because you're breathing so deeply into yoga, you don't feel that soreness, but you feel very peaceful within.
So you don't come out, unlike, I guess with pumping iron, they always say no pain, no gain.
Right.
That's not what happens with yoga.
Other fitness activities give you endorphins, make you feel good for several hours, but you are exhausted. Yoga reinvigorates you. It gives you energy.
Gives you energy.
It's totally different.
It's about the energy.
What in terms of diet or in terms of other activity? I mean, because this is, my sense is that it's a whole life experience. It's not just, I can drive fast, eat lousy food, smoke, drink, but I also do yoga. What kind of changes come about as a result of this?
Once you really like yoga, you start changing anyway, because you cannot do good yoga if your stomach is not empty. There are certain postures and exercises where your stomach has to be completely empty. So you're waiting for your class and you will not eat for 3 hours before.
Really?
Yes. So
Wow.
mainly you're fasting many hours of the day, like early in the morning. Let's say you were teaching a class early in the morning, 8:30. We would probably be up around 5:30, 6 in the morning to do an hour of yoga just as a self-training on empty stomach. So we finish the class and they suggest half an hour after finishing your yoga class. Then it's beneficial you drink your water, and they say juicing is very beneficial. Good fresh salads, if you can organically, is much better.
So you don't go to yoga and then go to have, say, French fries and a hamburger afterwards? It tends not to be.
No greasy foods.
No greasy foods.
No fast foods.
How about kids? Do kids take to this? I would imagine
They
if you
love it.
start young, that could be an incredible experience for your life. I mean, you'd be in the best of shape, no?
Actually, they learn much faster than adults.
And they have to be so much
The
more
physical
limber.
part.
Yeah.
Yes.
They say that the good age to start yoga for children is 9 years old, because it teaches the discipline also of the concentration of the mind.
Oh, so this is young.
Yes, and the physically, of course, they're very limber, and it's wonderful under practice.
What other questions do people typically ask either of you in terms of, when you say, well, I do yoga, I'm a doctor, I, am interested in and practice yoga and seeing its benefits, that you do your aspects of it. What do people typically say? What are the first kinds of questions people ask you?
Well, they tell me, I'm very stiff, I'm very tight, I don't think I can do this. So I tell them, well, why do you think so? And they say, because I've been doing other exercises and that's what I know. So it's more of the fear of the unknown, and they're already being prejudiced on themselves because they feel tense and tight. So I will tell them, just go and try it. You don't know until you try it. And even, there's no age for yoga. You could be very young, you could be, 60, 70, 80, doesn't matter. It's like a lifestyle type of art that takes you until you die.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no age to do yoga.
So yoga doesn't make you immortal.
Well,
you don't know
let's
about
put
that.
it this way. The yogis,
Yes,
they have a different perspective where they release the physical body and they just go wherever they're supposed to be to enlightenment
So we don't know
or
what
samadhi.
happens. So
we don't know what
we
happens.
don't want to cut off the possibility.
We don't know what happens, but we just know that's their goal or aim, to release the physical body and just feel other energy aspects and spiritual aspects.
We have about a minute left, so I want each of you to give a kind of parting perspective or message to people who might be watching. What would yours be?
The other important message is that people ask me, why do you do yoga if you're a man? Yoga is for women.
Oh,
That's
really?
a very unusual belief in this country.
That yoga's for women?
Everybody believes that, and 80% of the people who do yoga in this country are females.
Wow.
But I want to remind you that
That's men.
the yogis who brought it to this country were men.
And it's sexless, it's unisex. And your perspective, we have about 20 seconds.
My perspective is the most important.
I gotta cut it because I don't mean to push, but we gotta go because I got the message.
Okay.
Thank you both. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Until next time, for all of us at We the People, this is Stephen Goldstein. Good night.